Gosh, there you go. I think, yeah, I've got another blurb for you, friends, video blurb. This one, I was inspired to do this one by being at the Chester Historic Business Association car show the other day. I was set up at a new spot. My usual spot was already taken, spoken for, but they gave me a different spot where I was actually on the street with one of the side streets that had quite a few cars on it. The we A lot of hot rods and such, of course, and the hot rods stretched all the way up Main Street. I think they were on some of the side streets. They were in parking lots. Excuse me, what my shoulder itches. There you go. And but so anyway, so I set up. I was getting myself all ready. I was on a bit of a downgrade, so I had to like prop up my turntable so it was level. I had to find CDs I wouldn't be playing, and I used the CDs to hold the, yeah, books and whatever I could find, to make everything work. And I was kind of busy. I had to run a long stretch of power cord, which always worries me because sooner or later someone's going to trip over a power cord, and well, my new address will be the poorhouse. And so even though I have insurance, I tell you, I think it'd be rough. So so in any case, I'm stretching out the wire and taping it here and putting bricks on it there, and all that. Planning the route. And I kept going past this. I again, forgive me if I'm wrong. It may not be. I may have the brand wrong, but I think it was an El Camino. Right, the El Camino was. It was basically. They may even still make them for all I know, but this one was, back a ways. I'm guessing 70s. I'm guessing early 70s for this one, which makes it a pretty old car. Vehicle. It's a kind of fancy pickup truck. Okay. And a big pickup truck too, as pickup trucks go. It was one of those old 50s models where you got a bed that's maybe not even 8 feet. This one was big, and they had a way of covering the bed, to make it more streamlined. And yeah, it was for people. I think they built that. That was sort of the fancy schmancy pickup truck of its day. You could use it as a car, but it was a truck if you needed it. There you go. So farmers whose crop came in well would go get an El Camino. Okay. And I'm looking at this thing, and it's like there's writing on it, and there's all these pictures. And I said, well, gee, that's interesting. And I'll bet you there was 90 to maybe 100 pictures on that. And they were like drawings, not necessarily photos, but drawings. And I'm looking, eventually I was pretty much ready to do my, the wires were all laid, everything was ready, and I just wanted to schmooze a little, and I go down to these folks. Oh, by the way, the wife of the man was worried I was going to be too loud. She sees one of my speakers. I said, I don't think we're going to be too bad, ma'am. And if I move the speaker over a little, if I aim it a little bit in this direction, and if you guys don't mind, if you sit here at this particular spot, I don't think it's going to be so bad for you. And I play oldies. You like oldies, right? She says, well, yeah, love them. I said, well, then you'll be fine. And as it turns out, I'd look during the gig and thumbs up. She was very happy with her spot, and so it was working out. They enjoyed the day immensely, being even though they were near my speaker. I don't like to blare it out anyway. I think of people getting earaches, and who needs it? So anyway, so now I'm looking at their car, and I realize, holy mackerel, there might be, and again, I may have the pictures wrong. I'm just giving you an idea. There were too many for me to remember. Okay, but I know there could have been one of a space launch, and it would look like a rocket taken off from Cape Canaveral. There might be a monument where General Grant and General Lee are shaking hands. There may have been a Gettysburg monument, or a little picture. And these were done very well. I don't know who did them, but they were done very, very well. It wasn't like they got a decal and just smushed it on. These were, if best I can tell, they were hand painted and then probably covered over with a finish that would make them safe to, you could drive and you wouldn't, you know, the road wouldn't ruin them. And they were everywhere on that car. Everywhere. I think maybe even on the hubcaps, not on the tires, but I think even the hubcaps had drawings. It was everywhere. And Pearl Harbor, maybe the surrender, the Japanese surrender, D-Day. I know I'm almost certain there was one about D-Day. You get the idea. They were all great moments in American history. Various, maybe the Declaration of Independence being signed, George Washington addressing his troops or swearing in as president. You see what I'm saying? It was a history book on wheels, on tires, is how I put it. And the cover of the pickup bed, yep, all sorts of stuff all over it. The roof, oh my gosh! Again, everywhere you looked, there was something. And I don't know I don't know if these people drew it, like I said, or whether they hired someone. If they did, that paint job is a fortune. Absolutely a fortune. I'd be afraid to drive the car. Oh my God, don't hit that puddle. Snow. Oh my God, I'll bet that that truck, since all this has taken place, I doubt they go out on salty roads. They just wouldn't dare. Okay, and probably Simonized, though they probably do that twice a day, just to keep that finish safe. And it just absolutely amazing. And they were so proud of it. I think I even played a Johnny Cash song for them. It was that kind of. These people were the real deal. And you know what was really cool about that car? I looked at it, and I noticed there was a blank section on the car. Now remember, there was all this history, darn near 200 years of history, maybe more, actually more. I'm sure the French and Indian War was probably depicted there, Fort Ticonderoga, go back, they're going back pretty far. But there was this one area, I think it was either on the cover of the bed or perhaps on the roof of the cab. It was blank. And I said to them, well, hey, what's with the blank area? You haven't finished it yet, huh? And they said, well, no, American history isn't finished yet. We expect to hear of lots of good things that we can draw about in that spot. It's reserved for the future. And I don't know, there was something about that just made me feel good. Maybe you too, huh? There's some people that actually have, you hear nothing but doom and gloom. But these people actually figured, hey, there's going to be some good stuff too. Nothing wrong with being optimistic. Doggone it, that's a good idea. Anyway, bless their hearts. It was a great vehicle. I've never seen it before. I would think if they took that to like Memorial Motor Madness, they'd get the trophy in a heartbeat. I think they would. Anyway, pretty cool. I'll see you later, friends. Thank you, and God bless. And as a result of those folks, God bless America too. We'll see you later. Bye now.